Ooh, woo. What's up?
Hi.
Tropical.
Tropical notes of tropical vintage candy.
Vintage candy. Trying to figure out this flavor.
Dots.
Like runts?
Will immediately
Like, what about banana runts?
bring you back to a
Hey. Good afternoon. This is the Cannabis Closet Podcast with Anna, Queen, and MJ. And it is a Work Wednesday. It's Work Wednesday. We're working.
We're working on things.
We're getting stuff done.
Making the future happen and stuff.
And the way we want it to. Hopefully. Tropical bananas. Gotta figure something like
Going bananas.
Going bananas. I mean, not a bad idea. We got to be careful with the banana imagery near our faces, though. I'm going to tell you straight up.
No, we can't do that because then everybody's going to be like, doesn't taste like bananas. That's why you should go with more.
Yeah. I think it pigeonholes us.
Yeah. Okay.
Go in tropical.
It allows for everybody to pick their own tropical.
Whatever flavor they
tropical taste. Getaway.
I want to get away. Fly away.
We have bubble gum.
Bubble gum. We have bubble gum.
An original flavor, so plain. And then
but you don't have any names for them yet, right?
Well, yes. Well, kind of. Well,
what?
Gotta.
We want to rename everything.
And then this one, we're thinking we're just gonna just say, I think we decided just this image and lemon.
Oh, okay, yeah, I like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have a can.
I like that too.
Yeah. So not this because there's too many trademarks. Not original.
We talked to an artist today, everybody.
Yes.
A digital artist. So that's exciting. One step closer. Got to send him over the dimensions, the original artwork, and the color schemes.
Color schemes and details, just notes.
Minor
colored
details
notes.
And notes.
Yeah. Notes.
So,
sister's here with me today. I'm in the scamp today.
In the scamp.
Casting from gotta lean in more. More. There she is. Where in the world is sister?
San Diego.
I'm in San Diego.
I'm trying to see if there's any new headlines today.
I was going to do the same thing.
Maryland, most residents want to legalize cannabis for adult use. So that looks like that is possibly going to be something that they're going to talk about soon.
Oh, we wanted to revisit
Oh, do you know them?
No. We wanted to revisit.
Oh, here, this is directly about you guys. Look at this one.
What about what's
there was a cannabis company denied a license in Missouri, wins $28 million in a lawsuit.
Yeah, no, that's what I was getting ready to talk about. We should get some of these Missouri folks in the chat right now and get them in here because Missouri is got some shiz going on. The corruption is real. They've been found out, y'all. They've been found out.
Now it's about what they're going to do about it.
They're going to have to start issuing licenses to Black people.
Florida judge lifts ban on online cannabis ordering.
It's a whole thing. Hold on. Let's see. I actually posted the article. and Marnay posted this article. Marnay Madison posted this article. If you follow her, Missouri. What do you guys call yourselves? Missourians? Missouri. Anyways,
Missourians?
Sure.
Miseries.
Misery.
Missourians.
Christopher Sellers posted this article. I want to say, maybe. Yeah, I think so. Anyways, and I definitely took it off of one of their pages and posted it on our page. So let's go look. Let's go look.
Community college in Denver launches cannabis business degree program.
Smart.
That's interesting.
It was bound to happen.
Yeah.
Be interesting what they're teaching.
Yeah.
That's what the course.
Stand by. They filed it under applied science.
Let's see here.
So, Queen, for the lips, I think we should put on some heavy lipstick and do a print of our own lips and see if we can't get it digitized.
Ooh, yes. I think that's a good idea. Put a little bit of us on there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I like it. Key vendor in Missouri, medical marijuana program. This is in St. Louis today. If anybody wants to look at this story, I'll come in and drop it in the. I'll come in through the thing here in a minute and drop it in the comments.
Yeah, that's the one. We've been talking about that one.
See, come on. I don't want to answer the survey. No. Just or
This one says doubled.
Just let me know. Just let me see. I just want to see the article. It's not letting me.
Adult use. They did. They increased adult use purchase to 2 ounces.
For who?
Colorado.
Oh. When does that go into effect? Immediately?
Hold on.
Because that's money, right?
And they expanded their criminal justice reforms.
What are they doing to help patients, Mr. Paulus, Governor Paulus?
Okay, I have to find this article somewhere else because I can't get into it here.
I can't get into any articles. My computer's still being super securities.
Okay. There's got to be something else about it that is not necessarily in St. Louis.
But the signing ceremony was May 20th, so this year. So
let me see.
I mean, if anything, along with, I mean, I would assume it'd be immediately, but
I'm trying to pull up this article because I think it's really important for Missouri.
Okay.
This one about this this lawsuit, because a lot of people in Missouri have been talking about this for a long time. It's real life, and now we have a lawsuit that's been won. So
look, he's pardoned 2,732 people with low-level possession. That's good.
That's good. I mean,
yeah,
it's not enough, but
it's more everybody.
Pardon everybody with cannabis crimes.
Kansas.
Cannabis is not a crime.
Yeah, I think that's the only article that's written about it. And now I can't get into it without taking some stupid survey. It's the only article I can find about it. Let's look.
Doesn't give you the option to skip the survey.
No.
Well, good thing it's Work Wednesday, so who cares?
It's Work Wednesday with the Cannabis Closet.
And we're working on looking at an article, but it won't show me because I won't answer their survey. It is what it is. But basically, I can't even open to see who it is actually. So that's why I wish one of our one of the people that posted it would come in here so that they could talk about it with
I got
us.
that one from Ganjapreneurs.
Okay, so Ganjapreneur headline from today by TG Brandfault. Company hired by Missouri to handle cannabis licensing was successfully sued for $28 million by GMT Consulting, who said they
there
were
it is.
denied a license because the application scoring method was flawed and corrupt. A company hired by Missouri to score applicants for the state's medical cannabis has lost a $28 million lawsuit brought by one of the companies denied on industry a license last year, the St. Louis Post-Dispatch reports. Wise Health Solution was sued by GMT Consulting in 2020, claiming Wise's scoring method was flawed and corrupt, which resulted in license denial. An arbitrator found that Wise negligently performed its consulting duties for the State Department of Health and Senior Services, which caused GMT to be wrongfully denied the dispensary licenses. GMT is in court seeking to force Wise's insurance company, Hiscox Insurance Company, to pay the $28 million judgment.
So I think that's going to open the door for a lot of other businesses that were denied who should not have been denied.
So this DHS spokeswoman Lisa Cox on Tuesday told the Dispatch that the ruling is not an indictment of the state's medical cannabis industry application scoring system, and
But
the
it kind of is.
issue appears to be a terms dispute with an insurance company and a non-execution agreement, not a decision by the court on the merits of scoring.
Mm.
The Missouri Medical Cannabis Trade Association also downplayed the outcome, saying the litigation is between two private parties and doesn't include the state. The organization also said the decision will have zero impact on Missouri's more than 150,000 medical cannabis patients, our industry, or Missouri's program. Wise Health has been paid $2.1 million from the state for its role in scoring applications, but the state has paid more than $6.7 million in legal fees associated with the fallout of the company's work, the report says. The state has had to use funds from the newly created Veterans Fund, which is supported by medical taxes and fees, to cover some of the legal expenses.
Clearly, that vendor sucks, and they were biased, and now everybody's getting caught.
Yeah, I think that they're wrong about that. I think that it does open the door for the conversation to be had about, like, it may not be an indictment necessarily directly, but I think indirectly it's going to affect that more companies are going to take their case to court.
Well, if they all band together and they see that there's
class action lawsuit.
I mean, I think
that there's a commonality.
That's what Florida did. That's what some applicants in Florida did. I believe it's probably happened in other places. That is the only way for them to go about it, is to do a class action.
Get it together.
Yeah. Everybody get it together.
Get it together.
So yeah, I found that, I read that story earlier in the week and I found it really interesting. I'm sorry I couldn't get into the original one, but basically the Ganjapreneur said almost word for word what the original article said. But yeah, I do think, I mean, how could it not open the door for more lawsuits of that type? They can afford it.
Right. I would, yeah.
And again, if they do band together, it's going to be a better chance that they could afford to do it. And that they could win too.
Yeah.
Because if you show many cases of this happening, then there's a higher likelihood that you're going to.
Yeah, that they're going to pay attention.
Trying to bombard me with notifications. No, thank you.
Oh my gosh. I feel like some of mine come in like at the same time. And so all of a sudden I just get flash.
Oh, what is this one? The former cannabis CEO facing 13 years in prison.
In the California one?
Yeah, because bribery and tax fraud.
Bribery. Wow.
He
Ouch.
pled guilty to I'm guessing I'm just gonna guess because that's the majority. The founder of California Cannabis Dispensary Natural Healing Center has pleaded guilty to bribery and filing a false tax return. Now faces a maximum sentence of 13 years in prison, 3 years of probation, a $500,000 fine, and could be forced to pay the IRS $3.5 million in restitution. Woo!
Crazy.
He paid a total. He admitted to bribing the county supervisor, Adam Hill, to support cannabis businesses, a total of $32,000 in exchange for votes favoring legislation that permitted him his cannabis farms to operate before getting final approval. Also admitted to bribing former Grover Beach mayor in 2017 in exchange for 2 dispensary licenses, but the mayor did not accept. And then also admitted to underreporting personal income on federal tax returns by more than $3.4 million for 4 years. The Natural Healing Center was ultimately awarded a single dispensary license to open retail dispensary in Grover Beach, the company's first dispensary to open in the county. The second location opened in Morro Bay in April, the report says, with a third plan to open this month, but officials ultimately terminated that agreement. Oh, the county supervisor, Adam Hill, actually, trigger warning, did not make it through 2020. He suicided himself.
Oh,
That's sad.
that's sad.
That's what corruption looks like.
Oh.
Don't do that. It makes everybody look bad.
Oh.
Oh, you can online order cannabis in Florida now.
Yeah.
That's
Little
kind of cool.
things. I think then the joke is still like, good. What can you order?
Yeah, that is the joke. Like, what can you order?
Yay.
So, you were saying something about the drawings, and I don't know what that was, but it was about. Oh no, it was about the lips, but I thought you were saying something about the drawings lips. And I was going to ask you on the drawings what color you want your lips to be.
Oh, well, I figured they would all be yellow. Like they would redigitize them to a different color.
No, you're on your drawing.
Oh, in the actual logo?
Yes.
I mean,
Are there people watching?
Couple.
Maybe a couple.
That's why you guys should do this on Discord.
Yeah, but
What's the difference of us doing it on Discord and doing it here? We do a show on Wednesdays live here.
Everybody can help you.
Yeah, but if somebody wanted to help me, we would invite them.
Oh, okay.
And
That makes sense.
the comments.
Yeah, if you want to be on camera, you can be on camera.
No way, Jose.
We'll send you a link.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you can? That's fun.
Yeah, that's how we have guests.
Yeah.
You should remind your guest about for Monday. If they know people.
I know.
As you're working.
We posted our flyer. Did you share it?
I did see it. Oh, I'll share it now. Sorry.
Yes, everyone, share. Please share. We are trying to
share our
increase our
stream.
Instagram following. We have not been as great about building the Instagram followership. So,
We've been busy. That's all I can say about
you know
it.
what? I didn't take one single picture at the concert. All you, and the other ladies. I did not take my phone out of my pocket one single time. I was like, nope, too many other
I
things.
took a couple pictures.
Even videos. I'll take screenshots from those videos. That's it. I took pictures with my eyes.
Well, I mean, that also works. It's better. I mean, I did try to enjoy the concert more than take pictures of the concert.
Yeah.
Because that was an experience that I had never had before. And I was excited to just enjoy it. As far as like who we went to see, and so
Yeah.
it was a good time.
It was a good time.
I will say that maybe the drugs could have been stronger.
You guys didn't prepare properly.
Yeah, we were not prepared. I don't know. Like, we had some major malfunction of our thought process.
Yeah.
When we were preparing to go to the show.
Yeah.
And
we didn't bring enough weed.
How does that happen?
Don't know.
How?
Literally, can of queen. Don't know. There's never been a time where that's happened. It's never happened. All I can say is I think that we were thinking about how we were kind of low-ish. Low for us is not really.
I could have. I
mean,
had enough. I had enough that we could have
had
brought
enough,
us
right?
More than we brought.
So I think it was partly that thought, and then, the other people in our group had said that they were bringing some too. So then I think
that math still did not add up to.
It did not. It did not add up
of what we took to Revolution
at all. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, no, I did. Yeah, it was a fuck up. Well,
live and learn, people. Live and learn.
Listen, don't show up without enough flowers. Because we get down pretty hard, and thank goodness for the vape. But honestly, when you're flower people, you just want the flower.
Yeah, then it just feels like a habit.
Yeah.
I have to have something. No, I don't want this.
No, I just really want the flower. Plus flower and psychedelics are good combinations. They just are. So it was fun though. We had a good time. I want to do it again.
Yes.
As long as everybody's still kicking next year.
Earlier, closer.
Yeah, we should get there closer to. I mean, in the band. But I might have meant me too. I don't know what I meant by that. Welcome to how my brain works. Yeah, get there earlier. I think that first of all, I wasn't in charge of anything. I refused to be in charge of anything. And then so we just left to get there by 7.
Yeah.
And it wasn't doors at 7, it was concert at 7.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So
yeah. And yeah, I mean, traffic there, everything. It's fine. You know what? We had a great time. I'm not bitching about anything. It was
but I think I would be closer next time for sure. It was crazy because the incline was crazy on my knees. I thought my knees were going to give out any second. I was like, this cannot happen. I'm not going to fall down this hill.
How do they? I don't understand what is going on there.
Fiddler's Green.
Yeah, that incline is nuts on the
It's
backside.
nuts. Hurt your toes.
How people stood. I mean, we sat down a lot, and people were standing the whole time.
Yeah, I took my shoes off. You took your shoes off. We was in our
I
socks.
seriously would have loved to have just someone have bowling pin down on the bowling ball.
It would
down
have made my whole night.
on. It would have made the night even so much better.
That one guy did look like a primate walking up the hill.
Did we talk about this on Monday?
I think so. He straight looked like a primate walking up.
We
He
talked
looked like
about my
the cave.
desire for everybody to be knocked down as well was discussed.
I don't know, but I know that guy looked like the caveman guy off of all the commercials.
The insurance company commercials.
Yeah. He looked like that guy. And I couldn't. I looked at your face and I knew you saw it too. And it was like this beautiful moment where we just looked at each other, started laughing. And you go, right? He looks like a monkey, right? And she just lost her shit. Like he looks like his knuckles were dragging across the lawn.
It might also had
He was hairy.
Had something to do with the drugs.
It could have.
Maybe.
I thought he looked hairy and caveman, monkey-ish esque. That's what I thought. Yeah, a lot of hair in a lot of places.
Pumpkins.
So, how's everybody doing? And by everybody, I mean the couple people watching us right now. Thank you for showing up on our Work Wednesday. Look how hard we're working. We actually did have two meetings today. No, I had 2 meetings today. And you've been busting out art all day.
Art, and I've been doing my other work.
And yes, that too. So
we have been making my niece's Halloween costume for her.
Also that, which is super cute, by the way. I forgot to tell you.
Thanks.
I got your Marco about it.
It's been a process.
Is it almost there though?
Yeah, I just ran out of some material. I get to finish up the little collar, and I need glue. I need to get glue along with that today too when we go out.
See, so we're working.
Yeah.
We had a meeting with a digital artist today, so that was good. Yeah. So
we had a meeting yesterday with our guest for November 8th.
Look, November 8th is going to be one of the best shows. I'm super excited for it.
Yep.
Super excited. A lot of good information on November 8th show. Tell your friends. This is going to be an important show.
We are doing a show on women's reproductive health and cannabis. There's a lot of misinformation, non-information, not talked about because it's the female body. But
and if you're a man, please join us for this show because we really need y'all to understand what's going on too, because sometimes we just aren't listened to. Like that's a horrible thing to say, but like we don't get body autonomy the way that men get body autonomy. And so the more people who are educated about it, the closer we get to people listening to us and having that autonomy, like full autonomy. And what if we're not able to speak for ourselves and you're like your partner is unable to speak for themselves? Then you should be able to articulate some of this, you know, my opinion.
Yep. So great show. We're going to have a special guest with us. Hopefully to bring on some more people that would like to share their experience and yeah.
Mm-hmm. What's up, V9 Gross?
What up?
What up? What up? How are you doing? See, we were just talking about our next show and how men should show up to the table. So,
and here you are.
Thanks for popping in. It's not our next show. It's 2 Mondays.
Oh, November 8th. Yes, November 8th. So 2 Mondays, 2 weeks. Well,
it's going to be a dope show. I'm excited about our guest. I have no idea what we're doing the week before. We're going to try to set that up as well, which is next week, Monday.
The day after Halloween, November 1st.
We did the Halloween show. We did kind of a Halloween show yesterday. I mean, we didn't dress up or anything. I guess we should have. You're wearing your spider headband today, so thank you for the festive outfit. But we did talk about, is candy going to show up in your kid's bag on Monday? And the answer is no, it isn't. Don't think that you're going to get THC candy for free in your kid's trick-or-treat bag. The only deviation from that is that story that we did about the teacher in South Carolina, which I still think is suspect.
Do you think someone cut her up? Do you think someone
why wouldn't she say something about it?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't she?
And she willingly, she said, "I'm sorry," and she went to put herself in, and I don't know.
It just doesn't make any
that whole story.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. It feels like it's not a real story. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
It feels like they made it up. Like somebody made it up. Like she's not even maybe a real person. I mean, maybe the picture is a real person, but you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's some conspiracy shit that I'm talking about, but
I know we're even just talking the fact that it's real. Did they? Come on.
You're in South Carolina, a non-legal state, right? And then there's this stigma about cannabis there. And so why not? Why not add to the stigma a little bit and a little scare before Halloween? Make sure you double check your kids' Halloween bags and stuff like that, you know? And then the teacher thing is just like this added, look, even teachers are bringing it to classrooms. Like, this is a dangerous.
I mean, here's the thing. It's not like it's a small treat bag. It's not like it's a kid-sized treat. Even, our packaging is not just like a bag of gummies.
It is not.
How does it doesn't even, even some of the packaging with the drawings and the, that are very similar to real products, and I get it, but at the same time, there's still there's still a difference.
Yeah. Well, maybe not to a kid, there's not a difference, but to an adult, there definitely is. Yes. And the whole part where, listen, I watch too much crime shows for this. The whole part where this kid pulls a bag out and she doesn't cancel all, this is canceled until I
no
investigate.
More chest. I'll get you.
I need to investigate.
I owe you. If you get another day.
Right. So, or pause, go sit down. Let me investigate some stuff. We'll resume this momentarily. What? It doesn't make sense to me. You found one and there's kids involved. You double check, and you are a teacher, a young teacher, I'll give you, but she's stumbled past 25. Her brain is intact. Hopefully. I mean, there might be anyways, I don't want to talk down about people. I don't know what her past is, but what I'm saying is that, if you have dedicated your life to getting a degree in teaching, then you know how to behave around children and you know the precautions you need to take around children. And so I just don't feel like this is it's weird.
It's weird. Hopefully they'll do some follow-up and we will get to hear more of this story of this young woman.
It's going to fade away into the darkness.
That, or unless they try to make, again, South Carolina making an example of people.
Yeah, maybe. But she's a white woman, so maybe not. She's not the example we want, but she's the example we've got. That's what they're saying over there. Right? She's blonde too. Little blonde white woman.
Mm-hmm.
Little cutesy. Oh, America.
I'm tired today. I am so sorry.
No, it's okay. I am also exhausted today. I feel like we're not bringing our A game to the table today.
I know our energy's like boop boop. I'm gonna go ahead and get another bowl.
Oh,
My
I have a blunt.
glasses are bothering me. They're bothering my ears. So I'm like,
You still don't have your contacts.
Still don't have my contacts. And I am barely, I mean, I have pretty bad eyesight without glasses.
I have, according to my doctor, 20/20 vision, but I don't know how that's possible. Sometimes I'm like, how do you think I have 20/20 vision? I can't see things. But I do have, I mean, I have better vision. I don't need glasses for sure. I got LASIK several years, what now? 4 years? 3 years? 3, 4. I don't know.
I remember.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
I don't like to drive in the dark. I feel like that's an old lady thing that I just said.
I don't like driving at dusk and dawn. Like,
Dusk. Yeah, right. Yeah. That's yeah. Well, I mean, since we're kind of just chilling today and we've gotten a lot done today, I don't know if you have anything else to add to the headlines that we've shared.
me?
Yeah.
I can't get to anything on my computer. Even if I could read the headline. It won't let me click on articles. It tells me that.
Yay.
Yay.
That is what we call technical difficulties that we have on a regular basis. But there's really nothing new today that we didn't report on Monday. And all we're doing is tasting flavors today and submitting artwork to a digital artist is basically what we're doing on this Work Wednesday, which we've shared a little bit about that today. Let me see if this site has anything new. Marijuana moment. But I mean, I don't think, Work Wednesdays are for short days. We have been running long on Work Wednesdays because we've had like a lot to catch up on and talk about.
Yeah, I think
But technically we did plan these as the pinner show, the in-between, so that we, maintain a relationship with everybody here. This is a goal.
Quick session, quick catch up.
Yeah.
See. I know we got that I'm trying to go to our email real quick. We got that link of headlines, and I feel like we read a couple earlier just to each other. It was interesting. Let me see.
New Jersey, I'm just going to read a couple headlines. New Jersey governor open-minded to allowing marijuana home grow as state works to implement legalization. Former Arkansas lawmaker launches a campaign to put marijuana legalization on the 2022 ballot. State attorneys general warn about marijuana-infused candies and snacks ahead of Halloween. We talked about that on Monday. It never happens. It does not happen. It's not happening. They cost so much money, you guys. If you don't buy or make your own edibles, and it is not. These people don't even want to give out full-size Snickers bars. What makes you think that they're going to give out anything with cannabis in it? Is so expensive.
Anything that costs more than buy one, get one free bags at Walgreens.
Here you go. Well, this doesn't surprise me, but here it is. Marijuana legalization is more popular in Maryland than President Biden, poll finds. Marijuana is absolutely more popular than President Biden, hands down, in every state. You could find that poll in every state. In every state.
Let's see. Oh, fun fact here's the one headline about Bank of America. Cannabis banking remains illegal under federal law, although this program was okayed by the FDA. So the Bank of America is revoking the Scottsdale Research Institute's bank account next month, even though the firm's cannabis research has been sanctioned by the federal government. They are, so approved by the FDA to have this program, and Bank of America is shutting them down.
Wow.
Shutting down their bank account. The decision is final and won't be reconsidered. Like, get with it, Bank of America. Get with it, all of the banks. Like, are y'all not paying attention? Or, I guess whoever I don't know shit about the finance industry or any of that. So,
we should have somebody on that does know shit about that, though.
I think we know a couple people.
We do know a couple people.
Luxembourg, first in Europe to legalize growing and using cannabis in Europe. First in Europe, yep. Adults in Luxembourg will be permitted to grow up to 4 plants in their homes or gardens under laws that make it the first country in Europe to legalize the production and consumption of cannabis.
Well, there it is.
Go Luxembourg. Good job.
Hold on. I just want to see what this marijuana legalization more popular than by. I mean, I want to know how they frame this. And the state's 2 U.S. senators, so even more popular than the senators and Joe Biden. That's not hard, though. It's not hard, but it is also cannabis. So it's actually quite easy for cannabis to be more popular than anything.
A lot of things. There's actually a study that was done on things we've been telling you for a while now, that using the terms indica and sativa.
Yes. I forgot about this.
Are, not the best way to determine your medicine. So, but now there's an actual study. So, people actually believe it now that there's a study.
Don't believe the people that talk about it on a daily basis nonstop. Just wait for the study to come out.
Or use it. But it does go on to talk about that it comes down to the terpene profiles and conversions that give us the different effects that are either uplifting or sedating. So, and then of course we always have fun with the strain names, right?
Yeah. I'm thrilled about them.
However, a new study shows that using indica and sativa labels for cannabis is nonsense.
Nonsense, you guys.
This is from the research from the Dalhousie University. Oh, that's where Kayla went. And the Wageningen, did I say that right?
I don't know.
University and research in the Netherlands have found that labels sativa and indica used for cannabis have low genetic and chemical differences. Although breeders, retailers, and consumers label strains according to their morphology, aromas, and psychoactive effects, the study shows that using the term labels are nonsense. I keep saying the same things over and over, just in
different ways. That's sad. Where is this in?
It's Forbes. It's Forbes.
Forbes. Oh, okay. Well,
it's not that they're saying the same thing over and over, but it kind of.
They're kind of just repeating information.
Yeah, using the bigger words.
So basically,
like the simple words and then the bigger words.
We've talked about this before. We talked about it a little bit on our language episode, but the term indica and sativa are so broad and incorrect. We need to know what the plant consists of, what the compounds are, in order to know what the effect is going to be, and what the like if it's really genetically what it says it is. Like these names, what you were saying with all these different names, there are some cultivars out there that are like old school, you know, they come from landrace, or they've been popularized for a certain effect, but then people want to copy them, right? And then say that this is this cultivar or whatever. And so you expect it to have that effect. And in fact, it doesn't, because it's not that cultivar. And that's why we need to know what the compounds are, what the genetics are of the plant, in order to be able to say exactly what the plant is going to function, how the plant is going to function for the individual. And then every individual is different, obviously. So some people are going to, but generally speaking, when we speak in terms like that, we speak generally. And I think the thing about sativa and indica is that it's been so simple. It's like a simple way to talk to consumers about it, but it's not a correct way to talk to consumers about it.
It does kind of mention the certain aromas associated with different, effects. Earthy aroma, indica, diesel, like how we think about when we smell products and what they do for us. Like I know, certain smells that I'm like, rah, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I don't disagree with the idea that your nose knows, though. Like your body knows what it wants. Mm-hmm. You gotta, this cannabis experience is also an experience that you get to connect with your body and get to understand what your body needs. And so for me, for example, I'm turned off. But I mean, I'll smoke them, don't get me wrong, but I'm turned off by like tangies and grapefruits and stuff like that. I'm turned off by those smells, and I usually will not purchase those for to use for my own consumption. Now, if somebody else has it and it's in the circle, I'm not gonna be like, I'm not smoking this. I'm not gonna be that. I'm not gonna be that person. But like, I know what I need and I know what I like, and I would say a majority, if not all of the time, when I pick something based on how it smells or the flavor that, that flavor that you get from it, when you used to, back in the day before COVID, when you used to be able to smell it before you bought it. But I would say that a majority of the time, if not all the time, that I get something that actually works to combat my anxiety, to help manage also my depression, and also help manage the just chronic pain that I have. So your body knows what it needs. Listen to what your body says, because unfortunately we're not in a space yet where we're testing all of the right things. So I think that testing is necessary, but I also think that we need to know what's in the plant. So like, what are the compounds that we're giving this, so the patient can make a really educated decision. You can't make a fully educated decision without a terpene profile and a full cannabinoid profile. Like, not just, it's got THC and a little bit of CBD in it. Like,
right.
Need all of it.
Like,
we need to know what's all.
But it's whole plant. It's whole plant, but we're not going to tell you all the whole stuff.
Yeah. And by the way, we need the whole plant back too, by the way. Stop breeding high THC all the time. I get that people need that, and I understand why we do it. But also, we need the whole plant to heal. We need all of those cannabinoids.
So it does. The last line on here is that companies should describe their products by including a chemical composition of terpene profiles. And then also, you know what? Let your associates try the products you're carrying, so that they know how to talk to their clients about what's on your shelves.
Yep. At least a discounted rate.
At least a discounted rate. Yeah. Highly discounted rate. Cost, whatever. But giving the capability, it really does help that one step level of.
It really does.
Even down to when you're like, what is the terpene profile? And they're like, don't know. Really?
Yeah, like,
have you smelled it? Can you open up your nose since I can't smell it through the plexiglass? Can you give me a whiff and tell me?
No, I want to say I hope we get more and more dispensary people to come on here to tell us about their experiences and stuff. But I do run into where I think it's super problematic that you can't tell me the smells. Like you're the only one that could smell it between us. Listen, right now, as we speak, MJ is drinking a drink and trying to describe a flavor to me, right? That's how we started kind of the show, describing this flavor to me because we're trying to come up with
I'm like vintage
good,
candy.
like, you know what I'm saying? And the thing is that as a dispensary agent working behind the counter, working with consumers and working with patients, you need to be able to have that conversation about the plant matter. So work on that. That's something you can actually improve is your olfactory senses and how well they work. You can actually improve those things. And other people, so if you have somebody that you work with that's really good at it, by the way, just listen to what they say and then smell the plant and listen to what they say and try to find the hints of what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's very similar to the way wine connoisseurs do it, and very similar anything that we're using our senses to enjoy something.
You got to practice it though. You got to practice
you do.
it.
You have to, and kind of know how to express it too. Like I
Yes.
definitely remember a couple times sitting in, I used to work at a wine bar, and they would do that. We would have wine Wednesdays, and they would let the staff sit down after shifts, and the sommelier would go through new wines that were coming in or wines that we were going to be featuring, and he would give us tasting notes, and we would get to smell it, taste it, and I had a freaking notebook. Of course I did, writing everything down, and that's the best way to sell it, because then a patient, a person would be like, "This is what I'm looking for."
A wine patient. I'm sure they want to be referred to as patients. Actually, they're like, "This is my medicine."
Yeah, but yeah. Leather and cherries, or
you got to be able to talk about it on that level. At least on a basic smell level, you have to be able to talk about the flower.
Even if knowing it's floral or knowing it's
this is very sweet, this is a very earthy tone, like citrus, right? That's a big one for me. Like if I go home with something that you said doesn't smell like citrus, and then the first thing I get when I take a smoke of it is Tangy. Like Tangy doesn't hide behind anything.
No, it
doesn't hide behind anything. That is a top scent, and that means that you need to work on your smell, on your sense of smell, and you can do it. You can build it up, but it's important. And I think being able to experience for yourself so that you can say what it felt like for you in a general sense.
Create a dispensary agent log. So if you're not using it, I don't tend to use indicas, and so therefore I rely on someone else to be like, hey, I just need to pick up one that might assist that will help me with sleep, and I definitely rely on those that use those products more than I do.
Right. But at the end of the day, what are we going to call it? Like this article is just one of many articles. It's the first time mainstream has said anything about it. Maybe not the first time, but I think the majority of the time when I find these indica sativa articles, they're in cannabis related magazines and publications. This one is in Forbes, right?
Yeah.
So that's, I mean, maybe not a very first, but it's definitely not something I've ever seen. That holds a little bit of weight for me. Not Forbes itself, but that a mainstream publication is talking about this specific thing. Listen, we were about to wrap up, and then you brought this story out, and we're like, nope, we got to talk about this. And there's something else I want to talk about before we do wrap up too. So I just don't let me forget, because it's important.
I'm going to pop it in
but-
here. Maybe people can open the article that my computer will not allow me to open in regard to the actual study.
So there it is. If you guys want to take a look at that. But we've been saying this for a while, and a lot of people in the cannabis space have been saying this for a while. But the problem is that nobody can agree on how then do we talk about. I think that we talk about it in terms of the chemovar and chemical compounds and what's in the plant. But then that doesn't give us like an isolated terminology to separate them. And I think people want that. I don't know.
And
Like,
that's
I want
also,
one
and
for
that's
sleep,
where
and you're like,
yeah, having a way to talk about it. The names are fun or funny or whatever, and tend to have nothing to do, obviously, with their effect per
right.
se.
Generally speaking, that is correct.
But
a lot of
the easiest
products are
way
coming
to-
out and doing this whole energy, relax, creativity kind of situation for these like
Yeah.
processed products, but not for the flower.
No, I mean, actually, one of my facilities actually started doing that from the very beginning. They color coded and categorized
Mhm.
their cultivars, and I think they're pretty true to to it, and as far as
But I
how
think
they've
when
designated things, but
yeah, I think that the thing is that we've been so conditioned to be like, I want energy, I want to go to sleep. And
and it's
then, but
funny
like,
because I've definitely said that to my dispensary agent. Hey, give me just your most energetic sativa,
mhm,
and then I get it home and I will pass the fuck out on it.
right, because it has compounds in it
'Cause
that
it's
are working
not, yeah,
differently in your body.
exactly.
So yeah, I mean, it's still a long conversation that needs to be had continuously
And again,
because
I think too, having that things change with each harvest can change with each harvest or with each grower. I think that's why it's important to with testing, having the information of the chemical compound breakdown, and then also having your dispensary agents be able to talk about the product and the effect that they get it
you
from
gotta
it,
be able to.
the effect that someone else gets from it. We're different people. We have different chemical things going on in our body, and so how something affects you may affect me differently.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
what
Just
are
having like a baseline idea is a good idea.
it's good to place to jump off and take
Mhm.
note, but I'm definitely think that I know what I'm using, and I will be in the middle of trying to be productive and going, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
On and again, I do generally stick to the names that I recognize when I see it at my facility.
Mhm.
Unless
It would be helpful to know that name is accurate.
I mean, PMP Hayes, you know the story about that one?
No, tell it.
So apparently the gentleman that named or bred PMP Hayes, PMP stands for Piss My Pants. This gentleman had some kind of bladder cancer disease, prostate, something that did not allow him to go to the bathroom. And when he smoked that strain, he peed his pants. And he called it Piss My Pants Hayes.
Well, that's interesting. Do you know this person? Because
No, I heard this like a lot. I don't know where I heard this.
this is interesting.
It's old. Yeah, it's an old strain. I haven't even seen that strain probably in 13 years. So
But then I'm just saying, like, it worked for him.
there's also a joke. What do you get when you cross LA Confidential and Trainwreck?
I'm afraid of jokes like this. Okay, I don't know what
Lindsay Lohan.
Oh man, I knew it was going to
Because
go
there was
south.
a Lindsay Lohan strain that went around for a bit.
Yeah, it was. I knew that was going to go south. I knew we were going to hey, listen, I'm okay about it.
So again,
If
this
you're
is
okay about
a
it.
conversation about why names, don't matter. What the fuck does, LA, people
Yeah.
tend to
Yeah, I would
know
say
what
that
the
names matter for identification purposes only. And the only way you know about consistency in the strain name is to test the chemovar of it, to test the chemical compounds of it. The THC, I'm not the THC, but the cannabinoids. So see what I did? The cannabinoids and the terpenes and the percentages to ensure that this is what it says it is.
And then, then it goes into the testing capabilities, labs that are able to do it. What does that mean? What is
What
the
does that
process
cost?
for it? What is the cost?
Who's paying for it?
Who pays for it?
Yeah.
The people buying it.
Is there other places where we are imposing ridiculous regulations that are costly that we could take away, that we could remove in order to supplement a cost that is necessary? Yes.
Yes, there's always ways to evaluate and do better.
So,
Maybe
I
less
mean,
plastic, more testing.
happy 420 East Coast, West
Oh,
Coast,
420,
West Coast.
West Coast,
Woot
West
woot.
Coast.
We're almost up to the 5:30 mark, which is usually when we bounce out of our work Wednesday. It was a slow start today, but I got to tell you, it was a way to end. Oh, there was one more thing I wanted to talk about before we bounced out of here because I thought it was really important, especially for those of you who are loving your vaporizer. Pay attention to what's going
Oh,
on.
yes, that's the one. That's the headline that we were like, oh, we wanted to follow up on this.
The American e-vapor industry faces a major challenge that has nothing to do with selling to minors, concerns over health risks, and black market knockoff. It has to do with putting its products in the hands of consumers. So this is from freightwaves.com. So it's a news article. On Thursday, this past Thursday, the U.S. Postal Service's ban on shipping of all vape products, which was mandated by Congress late last year, took effect. The Postal Service's exit, combined with existing bans by FedEx, UPS, and DHL, the e-commerce unit of German company Deutsche Post, DHL, leaves the vaping industry with limited options to get its goods to the market. The prohibitions imposed by the four carriers affect online sales to consumers, as well as business-to-business transactions between manufacturers, distributors, and retailers. There are about 10 million regular vapors in the US, according to the American Vaping Association. They have an American Vaping Association. Ava, you guys, that's adorable. Okay. A pro-vaping advocacy organization that receives funding from the industry. Between 2.5 million and 3.5 million consumers order vaping products online, the group estimates, and it has no data on the size of business-to-business transactions. With Postal Service, which serves every U.S. address out of the picture, the vaping supply chain, whether business-to-business or business-to-consumer channel, will need to develop new shipping strategies to remain viable. New models have already sprung up. A company called Vape Freight, founded by Michael Wittenberg, a logistics veteran who also has experience in the vaping industry, is offering B2B customers a portfolio of services ranging from small package to LTL to container shipping. So basically, yeah, this is going to make it kind of more difficult to get vaping products until, again, they figure out their distribution situation. Um, yeah, take a look at those rules and see if they're going to affect you. It just basically talks about like those nicotine vapes in this article, but this is going to affect our industry as well. This is going to
Yeah.
affect being able to get the components, being able to, you know, we keep our cannabis products in state, but also hemp products are national. So it's going to affect that industry a little bit too. It's going to affect your smoke shops. So they're going to have to figure out how to get components for the products that they've sold, like the vape pens that they sell with the coils and stuff. Those things are affected by this as well. So just be aware of that. It could affect your daily life if you are somebody who uses vaporizers on a regular basis. And we'll kind of stay abreast on that. But I think that that's what's going to happen is that there's going to have to just be companies that are dedicated to what we do. And when I say we, I mean cannabis, I mean the vapes, the, whatever.
I mean, someone needs to be smart in regard to manufacturing these metal components, all of the components, whatever it takes. I mean, we don't make shit here anymore.
That's true too. Shop local, everybody, because the people that you shop through locally, their products are not sitting in the middle of the ocean right now waiting to be delivered. So just keep that in mind. Huh?
I said unless they import products or
well, but
they're
a lot of local places use also local to, get their products or whatever. So yeah, we should try it. They used to talk about it a lot in like when I was a kid. It was all about, those commercials were all about buying US stuff in the US. But that died down because the products weren't as good, unfortunately. It could have been workforce. It could be a lot of stuff that makes the product not as good. But I think that if you buy from small local vendors, that you're going to be very surprised and happily surprised and pleased with what you get. For sure. With that, I think we should wrap it up. We struggle bust a little bit today, but we made it through the day. We did it.
The energy. I mean, I'm just tired. I don't know. I did have a Sunday, Monday clinic, so that always wipes me, but and throws me off my games. But yeah, we did it.
We did it.
We're working. Woo-hoo. We're working towards the future, people. Cannabis Closet with Canna Queen and MJ.
That's us. You guys, be nice to yourselves. Make sure you put your mask on before assisting others.
Yes, cultivate love. You deserve it. Bring it to you.
Stay lifted.
Stay lifted.
As always. We love y'all. We'll see you on Monday. We're going to bring you an excellent show on Monday. I have no idea what we're going to talk about, but it's going to be
awesome.
Fantastic. See you then. 4:20 Mountain Standard Time. Tell your friends, share us. Follow and like and comment and all that stuff.
Instagram thing, share us, and we promise.
Oh yeah, Instagram, Cannabis Closet 420. Hit us up. All right, we love you guys. We'll see you guys on Monday. Peace out. Have a good evening.